My name is Sujith, Billa, and you're watching Sujith Talks. I'm a registered migration agent based in Australia who is passionate to publish pristine information about Australian immigration. Stay tuned for more videos by subscribing to Sujith Talks on YouTube and clicking on the bell icon. For some interesting news stories on Australian immigration, like my page Sujith Talks on Facebook. This talk is about the 4 aspects of a genuine relationship, so-called 4 pillars. When I was studying migration law, we were told these are the 4 pillars of a genuine relationship. So what relationships are we talking about? Look, this video is in relation to the partner visas, be it 300 prospective marriage visa, be it 309/100 offshore or overseas partner visas, or 820/801 onshore or partner visas lodged in Australia. Now, the 4 aspects of a genuine relationship in relation to these partner visas are finance, household, social, and commitment. If you look at Regulation 1.09a, you will see there are 4 aspects. Talking about the first one, finance, it covers joint ownerships. Talking about assets, it covers joint liabilities, whether you are liable for your partner's financial activities. It talks about major financial commitments. So it could be a car loan, it could be a major financial commitment for some people. So is a car loan on both of your names, you and your partners. Financial aspect also covers owing legal obligations in respect of the partner. So are you obligated financially in respect of your partner? Is your name written somewhere that you are also obligated to pay something? It also talks about sharing of day-to-day household expenses. So how are you guys meeting the household expenses? Do you have a joint bank account? It is a very important thing to have. Even for a married relationship, it is very important to have a joint bank account and also have some money in there. There are some people who are doing partner visas. They have a joint bank account, but they never put money in it. For example, the statement says the account has been opened on Jan 1st, 2018, and as of 7th December 2018, the balance is 0, and there was never a rupee or a dollar put in that joint bank account. So what's the point in having a joint bank account? At least you can show evidence that you have got a joint bank account, but it doesn't make sense if it doesn't have any money. Well, you could still use it for evidence, but my recommendation is have money and have substantial amount of money. Now moving on to second aspect is household aspect. We are talking about care and support to children. If you got children, who is looking after children? Let's take an example. The Australian citizen is a sponsor. Australian citizen is in Australia and his wife is in India. So he applied partner visa, but his wife is still in India waiting for the 309 to be granted. So who is looking after the kids? They have got kids, by the way. So who is looking after the kids? Usually the mother looks after the kids. And what does the father do? Is the father sending money to the mother in the joint bank account if they've got it, and then using that money to look after the kids? It makes sense and it's a very good evidence. And talking about household aspect, they might be looking into living arrangements. So where are you guys living? Again, the same example is that Indian mother living in the husband's house, because it's a custom. Usually when people get married, the wife lives with husband in the husband's house. And even if the husband is overseas, like in Australia now, the Indian wife still has to live with the husband's parents. It's not like it's a rule, but it's just a custom thing. And as long as they are following the customs, it will be a good evidence that they're actually in a genuine relationship, because they are just following something which is been in place for decades. Now, how are you guys sharing the household work, the housework? Be it dishwashing, be it laundry, be it getting vegetables from the market, cooking vegetables, or cutting fruits and making fruit salad, whatever it is that's part of household activity. It could be mopping floor as well. So as a partner, are you sharing those houseworks with your wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or husband? And how do you do it? So you have to document that as well, which will be part of household activities, which is aspect number 2. It is very important to have a registered migration agent like me on board, so that we could organize this evidence. It's not that you're going to make up stuff. It's just that you are in a genuine relationship, but you do not have evidence, because you do not know that you need to prove that relationship, because you think that it is a genuine relationship, because it is a genuine relationship. But the case officer thinks that, why would you not provide evidence if it is a genuine relationship? Because there are fake relationships out there, and because of those fake relationships, even good relationships are questioned, and that is why we require evidence. Now, talking about the third type of evidence which you could provide is the social evidence. The social aspect of a genuine relationship talks about, how do the partners represent themselves? Do they represent themselves as de facto couples or married couples? So when you talk about de facto, again, the country where the relationship exists is also very important. For example, you're living in India. It's not culturally accepted, the de facto ones. Maybe some Bollywood stars are into de facto relationships, or some people are in a de facto relationship, but they never tell others that they are in a de facto relationship, with the fear of that relationship to fail, because the parents wouldn't accept, and somebody else will come for a fight, and even the police are a bit silly. So the police, for example, an unmarried couple goes to a hotel and spends time there. Some police might say, why don't you call your parents when you're here? And look, these are the things that make people not tell the world that they are in a de facto relationship. So if you do not tell at least some of your friends or acquaintances or relatives, you'll have a hard time in providing evidence that you are in a de facto relationship, because there will not be any evidence. Even if you're living in a house and the house is not in both of your names, so how do you prove that you are in a de facto relationship? So it's very important to provide that evidence and put it on Facebook, if you're very active on Facebook, that you are in a relationship with someone. And also you have to get opinions of people's means your friends and acquaintances, that you are seeing each other, or you've been dating, or you've been in a relationship. And even if you got married, you still have to get the opinions of people close to you. Okay, so this is the social aspect. Going further in social aspect, you could probably declare your partner's name in tax documents. If the government bodies asks you to mention whether you're married or not, obviously if you're married, you have to mention they're married. And some governments, if they ask for de facto relationship, then declare it. Don't be scared. And it's very important to declare it, so that will be a good evidence. When you're doing something right and when you're in a true relationship, why not declare it? It also talks about joint travel plans. So if you made joint travel plans, then get those air tickets or train tickets or bus tickets, save them. And if you're living in a hotel, make sure that you get a receipt with both of your names in it. So usually some hotels are a bit lazy and they will only provide you with one of your names. So you go up to them, ask them to give you a receipt with both of your names in it. That will be a good evidence. Moving on, fourth aspect is commitment. So how do you plan your life together? How committed are you? How do you support each other emotionally? and whether your relationship is going to be a long-term relationship. And what is the duration of your relationship? Be it de facto or married, how long have you been together as couples? And length of the time you've spent living together. So these are the things which come under commitment aspect. And talking about documents like will or superannuation, whether you have put your partner's name as a beneficiary is all going to matter. So for example, talking about the length of time you spent together, some people do not have a chance to spend time together. They just get married. They come to, for example, an Australian citizen comes to India. He's so busy. He's got 3 weeks off, and after first week he gets married, and he hardly spends 1 week of time with his partner, and then he flies back. Now he did not spend enough time. So all the other aspects really matter: finance, household, social, because you hardly spent 1 week or maybe 2 weeks, and you go back. And later on, obviously, you could apply a visitor visa, and it's not always that even if you apply a visitor visa after partner visa, it's going to be approved by default. Wrapping up, I spoke to you in this video about Regulation 1.09A, which has 4 aspects: finance, household, social, and commitment. These aspects are what a case officer will look at in assessing a relationship and seeing that if it is a genuine or not. If you are in a genuine relationship but you do not know how to show evidence, namely finance, household, social, and commitment, contact me. That brings an end to this video. Thank you for watching. My name is Sujith Billa, a registered migration agent based in Australia. If you require immigration advice, go to my website sujithtalks.com, select your time zone, and schedule a phone or web consultation.